We need to talk about what's shaping up to be one of the most dangerous Arctic outbreaks central Canada has seen this winter. Environment Canada has just issued orange-level extreme cold warnings spanning 6 major regions, from Saskatchewan straight through the Labrador. We're talking about wind chill values hitting minus 49 degrees in Winnipeg and dropping below minus 50 in parts of Saskatchewan right now. At these temperatures, frostbite can develop in just 2 to 5 minutes on any exposed skin, making this a serious life safety concern. What makes this particularly alarming is the sheer scope. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Northern Ontario, Northern Quebec, and Western Labrador all under extreme warnings simultaneously. Drop your city in the comments right now and I'll give you specific information for your area as this situation develops. Let's break down exactly what's happening in each region, when conditions will improve, and what you need to do to stay safe. Saskatchewan is at the epicenter right now, with Regina and Saskatoon both experiencing wind chills between minus 45 and minus 50 degrees this morning. Some localities across Saskatchewan are seeing wind chills drop below minus 50 degrees, putting them in the most critical frostbite risk category. The flat prairie landscape offers no natural barriers, which means Arctic winds sweep across the province completely unobstructed at full force. The good news for Saskatchewan is that milder air begins moving in this afternoon, with wind chills moderating to minus 35 by late today. Moving east to Manitoba, Winnipeg is experiencing one of its coldest mornings this season with a wind chill of minus 49 degrees. The actual temperature at Winnipeg-Richardson International Airport hit minus 31.9 degrees overnight. But those northwesterly winds are making it feel absolutely brutal. Northern Manitoba communities, including Thompson and Churchill, are in the same situation, and these isolated communities face additional challenges during extreme weather events. Relief is coming gradually through Sunday and Monday, with wind chills improving from the minus 40s down to the minus 20s by Monday evening. If you're in Brandon, Portage-la-Prairie, or anywhere across Manitoba, share this with your neighbors because limiting outdoor time is absolutely critical today. Northern Ontario is seeing wind chill values near minus 45 degrees this morning across Thunder Bay, Sudbury, Timmins, and areas extending up toward James Bay. What makes this region particularly challenging is the vast distances between communities and limited infrastructure along Highway 11 and Highway 17. If you're traveling through Northern Ontario today, you absolutely need emergency supplies, blankets, food, water, fully charged phone, and keep your gas tank at least half full. Conditions will persist through today with gradual improvement beginning Monday, but temperatures will still remain well below normal through the week. Here's something that might surprise you. This Arctic air is actually colder than the surface temperature on Mars right now. Northern Quebec is running about 24 to 48 hours behind the Prairies, with communities like Chibougamau experiencing wind chills in the minus 40 to minus 45 range. The persistent northwesterly flow is channeling air directly from near the North Pole down into Quebec, and these remote areas have extremely limited road access. Val-d'Or, Rouyn-Noranda, and Sept-Îles are all facing dangerous conditions through Monday before the pattern finally begins to break down. Now let's talk about Western Labrador, which has the longest extreme cold warning of any region in Canada right now. This warning runs until Tuesday, January 27th, making it a 72-plus hour extreme cold event for Labrador City, Wabush, and Churchill Falls. Wind chills are sitting at minus 43 degrees this morning, and because these are mining communities where people work outdoors, employers are implementing shortened shifts and mandatory warm-up breaks. The extended duration is due to a persistent atmospheric pattern keeping Arctic air locked in place with no quick relief until that northwesterly flow finally breaks down Tuesday evening. Let me give you the critical safety information everyone needs to understand right now, because this could literally save your life or someone else's. At wind chill values between minus 40 and minus 47 degrees, frostbite becomes possible within 5 to 10 minutes on any unprotected skin. Between minus 48 and minus 54 degrees, frostbite occurs in just 2 to 5 minutes. And at minus 55 or colder, you're looking at less than 2 minutes. Right now, Winnipeg and parts of Saskatchewan are in that critical 2 to 5 minute window, which means you have almost no margin for error outdoors. If you must go outside, cover all exposed skin, including your face, with a scarf or balaclava. Dress in multiple wind-resistant layers and limit time to absolute necessities. Watch for frostbite warning signs, numbness, white or grayish-yellow skin, or skin that feels unusually firm or waxy to the touch. If you see these signs, get indoors immediately and begin gradual rewarming, but never use direct heat, which can cause serious tissue damage. For anyone driving during this event, your vehicle emergency kit should include blankets, non-perishable food, water, matches, and a flashlight at minimum. Always tell someone your route and expected arrival time. And if you get stranded, stay with your vehicle and run the engine 10 minutes every hour for heat. Now let me quickly cover additional communities that many of you have been asking about in previous videos. Prince Albert and Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan are seeing wind chills approach minus 48 degrees with improvement expected by this afternoon. Kenora in northwestern Ontario is dealing with minus 42 degree wind chills, while Sault Ste. Marie sits on the southern edge at minus 30 to minus 35. Happy Valley Goose Bay in Labrador is experiencing wind chills around minus 38 degrees, with the same extended pattern continuing through Tuesday. If your community wasn't mentioned, drop it in the comments and I'll provide specific updates as new forecast data comes in. Here's the meteorological context. A powerful high-pressure system over central Canada exceeding 1,040 millibars is acting like a pump, continuously drawing Arctic air southward. The polar vortex has dipped significantly southward, and a blocking pattern over the Pacific is preventing any moderating air from breaking down this extreme cold. This is why the cold is so persistent, especially in western Labrador, where the pattern shows no signs of shifting until Tuesday. For historical perspective, this ranks among the top 5 most intense Arctic outbreaks central Canada has experienced over the past decade. The combination of extreme wind chill values, geographic scope, and duration makes this comparable to the January 2019 polar vortex and the February 2021 extreme cold events. What makes this particularly noteworthy is the simultaneous impact across such a vast area, affecting multiple provinces and territories at the same severity level. Looking ahead, Saskatchewan and Manitoba will see warnings lifted or downgraded by Monday evening as temperatures climb toward minus 25 to minus 35. Northern Ontario follows a similar timeline with gradual improvement through Tuesday, while northern Quebec runs one day behind the Prairies. Western Labrador remains under warning until Tuesday evening, when that persistent northwesterly flow finally shifts and allows temperatures to moderate. By Wednesday and Thursday across all affected regions, we're looking at a general improvement trend with wind chills moderating to the minus 20 to minus 30 range. However, it's important to note this might not be the end of extreme cold for this winter, as long-range models show potential for another Arctic push in early February. The overall pattern favors periodic Arctic outbreaks, making it crucial to stay prepared and monitor Environment Canada warnings throughout the rest of winter. Now here's what you need to do right now. Check on elderly neighbors, family members with health conditions, and anyone who might need help with heating or supplies. Bring all pets inside during this extreme cold event. Watch for signs of hypothermia in yourself and others, and make sure your home heating system is working properly. Keep emergency supplies on hand, including flashlights, batteries, a battery-powered radio, and enough food and water for at least 72 hours in case of power outages. If you work outdoors, talk to your employer about cold weather safety protocols, as many companies are already implementing shortened shifts during this event. Schools and businesses should monitor warnings closely, as dangerous transportation conditions may require closures or delays over the next few days. The bottom line is this: these orange level warnings represent the highest severity category Environment Canada issues for extreme cold, and they should not be taken lightly. This is a serious, life-threatening situation affecting millions of Canadians across 6 major regions simultaneously. Stay indoors as much as possible, avoid all unnecessary travel, And if you must go out, prepare properly and understand you have just minutes before frostbite sets in. Make sure you're subscribed and notifications are turned on so you get immediate updates as conditions evolve over the next 72 hours. Share this video with anyone in affected regions who might not be aware of how serious these conditions are, because this information could genuinely save lives. Check Environment Canada's website regularly for the latest warnings specific to your community. And don't rely solely on social media for weather updates. Drop your preparation tips in the comments to help others in your community and tag friends in affected cities so they see this critical information. I'll be providing continuous updates as this Arctic outbreak progresses and conditions begin to improve across these regions. Remember, extreme cold at these levels affects everyone from young children to the elderly. So take all warnings seriously and check on vulnerable people. We'll get through this extreme cold event together by staying informed, staying prepared, and looking out for one another. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next update.